Alright, so today we're going to unbox the brand new M18 10-inch Milwaukee cordless miter saw. Let's dive into the box right now. And by the way, it is an absolutely gorgeous day in Pittsburgh. Check it out. Go Steelers. So check it out, this is your general all-purpose wood blade. We'll set that aside. Ooh, metal handles. Dust collection system. Directions. Ooh, finished blade. So you get a finished blade and a general purpose wood blade. So you get two different blades. Courtesy M18 lineup, just in case you didn't know all the tools Milwaukee offers. Some accessories here. Clamp. Finally, the bad boy itself here. This only weighs 45 pounds. Just out of curiosity, I wanted to see if I could fit in this. Yeah, could make this into a reinforced sled for the winter time. It's honestly getting kind of hot out here. So we're gonna go on a quick tour of the saw, then we're gonna test it out. Here's the lockdown pin. Push down on the saw blade, pull it out, and it raises up the saw. Score! Unlock the slide rails by twisting this knob counterclockwise. There's a dust port. It does come with a dust bag, so you can connect this on there like that. Or you can hook up a standard shop vac to it, although this doesn't fit all that well, so you might need an adapter, depending on your shop vac. For now, we're just gonna leave the dust bag on there. The handles go on the side of the saw. Metal. Woohoo! Now we're gonna install the blade. We're just gonna start out with the general purpose blade because we're gonna be cutting some wood. Standard wood, nothing special. This is a left-hand blade bolt. You turn it clockwise to loosen it. There's an Allen wrench that comes with the saw. You can use the Allen wrench to loosen the bolt. There's an arrow on the guard right here. And there's an arrow on your blade right here. If you've never done this before, you just align the arrows up in the same direction and install the blade that way. Take this outer flange off, then install your blade just like so. Flat side of the flange should rest against the blade. They even tell you to do this on the flange. Then you take your bolt and you turn it counterclockwise to tighten it. Press the spindle lock button and then tighten down counterclockwise until you tighten the blade. Okay, it goes without saying, I'm gonna say it anyway, make sure you do this without the battery in the saw. The saw does come with a clamp, but honestly, I never use these. Let me know what you think about that in the comments. Both fences do adjust outward and inward. There are screws on the back. You loosen the screws and you just move the fence back and forth and then tighten the screws where you want the fence to be. Let's talk about the levers on the front of the saw. You have 1, 2, 3, 4 different levers. This is the miter lock lever. This allows you to move the saw in any direction on the detent plate. This little lever right here is the detent lever. You just pull up on it and you move the saw along the detent plate until you get to the angle that you want it to be at. This is the detent override knob. Pull up on the detent lever and pull this forward like so. And what you can do is slide this along the detent anywhere that you want. Once you get to the angle that you need, you push down on the miter lock level and it locks in place. So that's pretty cool. To get this back into position, you just pull up on the miter lock lever and push it forward. And now you can move it along the detent plate. This is the chop lock lever right here. This is the unlock position and this is the lock position. This basically turns the saw into a chop saw. See how I can move the saw along the rails? Well, if I push this lever toward myself or toward you, like so, it locks the rails in place and now this is a chop saw. If I want to make it back into a sliding compound miter saw, I just push this lever forward. You can adjust the depth of cut with this saw. Turn this lever in the up position, then you're going to adjust this knob downward. So basically what you do is you're going to adjust your saw blade down to the depth that you want it by turning, and then turn this until the screw hits the lever, and then you lock it in place with the nut, and that adjusts your depth of cut. So for example, if I want to make a rabbit cut into a piece of wood using the rail system, I can in fact do that using this depth of cut adjustment knob. When you're done with that, say, rabbit cut, you just turn this back into place like so. And then you can move the miter saw back and forth like you did before the rabbit cut. There is a bevel adjustment lever on the back of the saw, and you basically just pull up on this, and then you can slide the saw left and right up to 45 degrees on the right and 45 degrees on the left using this little paddle lever. A few fun facts. This blade spins at 4,000 RPMs. The maximum vertical cut that you can make is 5 3/4 inches. The maximum 2x material that you can cut on a horizontal plane is a 2x12, which is pretty big. Now, what kind of battery should you use in this? Milwaukee recommends that you use the high demand 9.0 amp hour battery. And if you missed our review on that, you can watch that right here. So why do you want to use the 9.0 amp hour battery? Well, it's going to give you the maximum power and the maximum runtime for this saw. That said, if you have to, you can use any M18 battery. So this is my 5.0 XC M18 battery I use in my impact driver. I could use this in the saw. Here's some of the stuff we're going to be cutting right now. Let's power up. Oh yeah. All right, let's not waste any time. We're going to start off with a 4x4. Woohoo! Oh, almost forgot. Should probably be wearing this and this. I gotta say, the smoothness of the cut, even with this blade, is pretty impressive. All right, so I don't have any 5 3/4 inch molding. This is a 6.5 inch piece of birch plywood. I'm just gonna play around with this. I don't really advise that you do this, but I wanted to do it anyhow just to see what would happen. It's a nifty little experiment, and it did cut to actually 6 inches when I did that. Again, this total experiment. It's not like I would do this for any of my rental properties, but I just wanted to see if it would work that way. And it did. Here, let's cut it off. Yay! No problem there. Not bad. Not bad. 2 pieces of 2x4. Alright, this is laminate. Nice and smooth, even with this 40-tooth blade. If you're putting in laminate flooring, this can help you out. Oak hardwood flooring. Alright, I have some scrap 2x12 laying around, so let's see if it'll cut through this. Again, pressure treated lumber. No problem. And again, a nice smooth cut. There's a button on top of the saw. When you press down on it, it turns the shadow line indicator on, which will shine a shadow across the piece of material. That shadow line corresponds with the blade. Now the nice thing about this saw is it only weighs about 45 to 47 pounds. 45 pounds without the battery, 47 pounds with the battery. Yeah, let's put that in comparison. A bag of concrete can weigh up to 80 pounds, right? So this saw isn't all that heavy comparatively speaking. So this is Milwaukee's brand new 10-inch cordless miter saw. Hopefully you like this video. If you do have any questions about it, please let me know down below. You know, last week, Dylan, Jerry, Slam36, they all asked me great questions. I think I got them good answers. So if you've got a question about this or anything else like the battery, just ask it down below. I'd be more than happy to help you out with that. I would also encourage you to subscribe, because when you subscribe and add your comment, you'll be randomly entered into our future giveaways for power tools and different tools that we feature on this YouTube channel. So subscribe, leave your comment. That way every week you'll possibly be entering yourself into one of those random giveaways. So that's it for today. Hopefully these tips and tricks on the new 10-inch cordless miter saw by Milwaukee will help you figure out what saw you might be purchasing in this line of tools. And I think that the 10-incher has plenty of power in it and can help you out with base molding, hardwood flooring, laminate flooring, you name it. So I really enjoyed working with this saw and I've been looking forward to it for months now. So I'll see you in the comments. Thanks so much. Take care, and I'll talk to you soon. Do you hear the birds again? They're trying to attack me. They must be DeWalt fans. I like DeWalt too. Don't hurt me, birds. So here's my funny outtake for you this time around. No dogs chirping at me, no neighbors mowing the lawn, but check this. These little acorns, I almost tripped and fell on them while carrying the M18 cordless miter saw down here to do the review.